What if you were born on another world? Not as a visitor sealed away in a suit, but truly born there. What if you opened your eyes for the very first time not to the blue skies of Earth, but to the crimson twilight of a distant planet? Imagine your first breath not of this air, but of an alien atmosphere, thin and strange. How would that world shape you? What would it carve into your bones, your skin, your very being as you grew from a child into an adult? Would the person looking back from a reflection still be human? We are creatures of this specific place. Imagine a world with a gentle gravity, a place where the planet's hold on you is weak and forgiving. Here, the struggle against falling is a forgotten memory. You could leap great distances with only a thought, your movements becoming a slow, graceful ballet. On such a world, the human form would begin to stretch, reaching for the sky. Your children, and their children, would grow taller, their limbs elongating like the branches of a tree in low light. Their bodies would become slender, almost ethereal, a testament to a life without constant strain. In this low-gravity cradle, the architecture of your body would be rebuilt. Your bones would have no need for their terrestrial density. Lighter, more porous, dangerously brittle. Your muscles, no longer required to fight a heavy pull, would shrink and soften, becoming thin ribbons of tissue. Your heart, a powerful pump designed for Earth's demands, would become smaller and work less. Even your face might change, as the fluids within it shift, softening your features into a smooth, placid mask, perhaps making you seem perpetually serene or unsettlingly blank. Now turn your mind to the opposite. Picture a planet of immense gravity, a crushing world where every moment is a battle against a force that wants to pull you down into the dust. Life here would be an exercise in pure strength. Every step would be a monumental effort, every breath a conscious act of defiance. On this world, the human body would not stretch, but compress. It would become a fortress of bone and muscle, built for endurance and stability. People would grow short and stocky, with a low center of gravity to keep them anchored to the ground. On a high-gravity world, your skeleton would become thick, heavy, incredibly dense. What would become of our eyes in a world of perpetual twilight? Imagine a planet orbiting a dim, distant star, or a world shrouded in thick, permanent clouds, where the sun is only a faint memory. Here, light is a precious commodity, and the ability to see is the key to survival. The body would adapt. Over generations, the eyes, our windows to the world, would begin to change. They would grow larger, great dark orbs, set in the face, desperate to capture every last photon of faint light. The pupils might expand, remaining wide and open, giving the face a look of constant, unnerving surprise. In the dimness, the very chemistry of sight might be rewritten. Perhaps the retina would evolve new kinds of cells sensitive to different wavelengths of light, allowing for vision in near-total darkness. Skin, no longer needing the protection of melanin against a harsh sun, would lose its pigment. It might grow pale, almost translucent, the faint network of veins visible just beneath the surface. This paleness would not be a sign of sickness, but of perfect adaptation to a world without glare, soft shadows, muted colors. Life would be lived in the gray spaces between dusk and dawn. Our internal clocks, so finely tuned to Earth's 24-hour cycle of light and dark, would be thrown into chaos. On a planet with a long, slow rotation, or no rotation at all, the rhythm of sleep and wakefulness would be lost. The hormonal tides that govern our moods, our energy, and our rest would ebb and flow to a new, alien beat. Would we sleep for days at a time and then remain awake for weeks? How would this affect our minds, our dreams, our very sense of self when the steady rhythm of a day is gone? The feeling of such a world could be one of profound peace, a slow and dreamy existence where time itself feels different. Or it could be a place of deep psychological dread, a hollow and cold reality where the comforting cycle of morning and night never comes. The human mind, as much as the body, is a product of our sunlit world. To take away the sun is to change not just how we see, but how we feel and how we dream. The darkness would seep into us, becoming a part of who we are. Consider the air you breathe. It feels like nothing, yet it is everything. But what if the air on a new world was thin, cold, or what if it was thick with elements that are poison to us? Our lungs, these delicate pink sponges, would be the first line of defense and the first to change. To survive in thin air, lungs might grow enormous, expanding the chest into a great barrel, trying to capture every possible molecule of oxygen. The blood itself might change, evolving to carry oxygen far more efficiently. In a more hostile atmosphere, the change might be more radical. Perhaps the very act of breathing would be too dangerous. The body might seal itself off. Nostrils might shrink. Mouths might shrink or even fuse shut over generations. Vestiges of a forgotten past. New organs could evolve. Internal filters, biological gills, capable of extracting what is needed and expelling what is toxic. Or perhaps humanity would be driven underground, living in pressurized tunnels or caves, becoming a creature of the deep earth. Then there is the unseen danger, radiation. Earth's magnetic field is a gentle shield, protecting us from the constant storm of cosmic rays and solar radiation. On a planet with a weak or non-existent shield, this invisible rain would be relentless. It would shred DNA, causing mutations and cancers. To survive, the body would have to build its own armor. Skin could evolve to be thicker or develop new pigments, absorbing rays, reflecting rays, perhaps giving it a strange, metallic sheen. The body's internal repair mechanisms would have to become incredibly robust, constantly fixing the damage done to cells. This high rate of mutation would be a double-edged sword. While many changes would be harmful, it would also accelerate the pace of evolution, a chaotic engine of creation and destruction. Time is the ultimate sculptor. A single lifetime is but a moment, but over 1,000 generations, the slow, persistent pressures of a new world will work their magic. The small adaptations will begin to accumulate. The thicker bones, the larger eyes, the more efficient lungs. They will compound, one upon the other, until the final form is something far removed from its origin. The human blueprint will become a distant echo, a faint memory buried deep within a new and alien biology. The changes will not just be skin deep. They will reach into the very core of our structure. The skull might reshape itself, elongating, flattening. The spine could change, straighten, shorten, curve in a new direction. Limbs could undergo the most dramatic transformations. Fingers might fuse together to form a solid paddle for swimming in thick liquids. Or they might stretch into long, delicate digits for climbing crystalline structures. Or lose their definition entirely. The way we move would become utterly foreign. Perhaps a low scuttling motion in high gravity, or a slow floating drift in a weak gravitational field. The entire musculoskeletal system would be rebuilt to serve this new form of locomotion. We would become creatures perfectly suited to our home, our bodies a living map of the world that made us. We would be a triumph of survival. And here lies the most haunting thought of all. After the long ages have passed, after the planet has had its way with our flesh and bone, would the creature that remains still be considered human? It would be our descendant. It would carry our genetic legacy. But it would be as different from us as we are from the earliest primates. It would be a new thing, born of our lineage but belonging entirely to its world. It would be beautiful. It would be powerful. It would be strange. And in the deepest, most honest corners of our minds, we would know the chilling truth. It would not be us anymore.